But last night I was going to tweet because but I didn't. I figured I'd save it for the show. I got my latest electric bill. When I saw the old electric bill in the mailbox, I was like, all right, here it is, the latest electric bill, middle of the summer. Now, as you remember, the last electric bill I got,
holy shit,
for the month of June,
right,
was $1,300.
Just say $1,300.
$1,300.
You're right, Aunt Anthony.
1,000.
I hate when people do that. No offense.
Yeah,
1,300. It's just easier to decipher.
$1,100 bill.
There you go, you fuck. 1,300.
The last bill was $1,300,
and that was for the month of June.
And that was for June.
Now, all right. Before you get into this, would August be more than July? Because you're about to give us the July electric bill. Will August be the big one for the whole year? You think?
I will assume August will break all records.
Okay,
but July has we have a new record.
Yeah, so it's over $1,300.
It's over $1,300.
By how much?
Huh?
By how much?
I'll guess.
Well,
can I guess?
Everybody can take a guess.
I think you blew by it. I'm not going to say 2,000. That's crazy. But I'm going to go 1,000.
1,000.
No, I'm going to go with an even $1,700.
$1,700.
I guess 41,000.
Wow.
736.
And he would know because he owns Ted's power plant.
I certainly do.
And look, Danny actually wrote it down. He's keeping tabs.
Yes. I put light bulbs in pools to heat them. They burn out immediately.
Light bulbs in pools.
Then I have to drain the pool, unscrew them, and screw new ones in.
Oh, shit.
How much?
I can't believe Danny actually wrote his guess down.
And you got the name wrong.
41.
Jim wouldn't make such a stupid
Jim,
guess.
Yeah, that's Ted.
Jim gets a 1701.
Oh, you fuck.
1701.
Of course you do.
Watch it be 1700 on the nose.
If you're we got 1800 here on the thing, 1500.
I don't think you hit 2,000.
I guess 1520. 1520.
The total of my July electric bill for the compound was $2,600. $2,600 of electricity.
I was closer with 41,000.
Are you serious?
I couldn't be more serious. When I opened that fucker up, I couldn't believe what I saw. $2,600 in electricity.
You're leaving a fucking footprint the size of a fucking
Oh, it's fantastic.
a meteor.
I almost passed out.
It's, dude.
Are you kidding me?
I opened it and went, I cannot even believe I'm using that much electricity at this place. That's a factory.
No, really, you can relate to the common man at this point.
I can, as far as the common man that has a lot of lights on.
Nick C. from Pittsburgh. Nick C. from Pittsburgh writes, 2,000 is crazy. 1,300 is insane. My electric bill this month was $78 for my house.
$78.
20 what? 600?
$2,600. 26 and change.
Is it? Someone wants to know if it's electric and gas.
No, that is pure electricity.
Holy
that is just voltage and amperage coming into my household. That is not gas, which is separate. The propane.
How do you say S-H-O-Y-N-E? Is it Sean? They just spell it weird?
Yeah.
He instant feedbacks all the time. Now, I hope I get his name right. Sean in North Carolina. I think Ann has misunderstood the term going green.
Yes, going green. It means shell out a lot of green. I'm being asked, is the pool heater propane or electric? Both. The electric heater heats the pool for the most part. The propane then kicks in if I need the jacuzzi up real hot real quick. Wow. Then I go to propane. But let me tell you something. That pool heater is a motherfucker as far as electricity goes.
Because you have to have your pool above 90 degrees in the summer. I really don't get that.
You know what?
I understand.
No one gets it until they step down into that pool. No one gets it.
I understand the luxury, having some nice luxuries in your life, but that sounds just completely insane.
No, it is
how does
magnificent.
How does the pool feel at 90-something degrees? I haven't been fortunate.
90. Let's say
I haven't been fortunate enough to put my little tootsies in your pool ever, by the way.
I average 90.
Well, I'm over this week. I'm inviting myself.
Come on.
I'm going
Not
this
once
week.
have I.
Every day.
Come on over.
It's like sitting in piss.
Bring it over. No, it's not. Everyone says
I'm saying it in a good way.
I average between...
Another vague invite. I love the vague invite.
Come on over.
But I'll say this: when I've taken Ant up on his vague invites, he's always happy. You don't feel awkward going there.
No.
Even when you walk in and he's by himself in a mansion with a gun and a fucking ammo hat on. It's comfortable for some reason. He's dressed like something out of The Good, the Bad, the Ugly. He's got the fucking bullets around his chest. It's like, hello, creep.
One of my surprise
combat boots and a bandolier.
It's like, what are you doing?
One of my surprise.
Just relax.
One of my surprise visits to Anthony's house. I was lucky enough to go to the drugstore and watch him pick out toothbrushes and toothpaste and mouthwash.
Yeah, we took a little drive to CVS.
Very exciting. I was really glad I stopped by that day.
I had to replace. I
don't get the day when he's having a teen bikini party. I get the day when he has to get stuff.
When he's buying the toothbrushes for them, you see like little Casper the Ghosts on the end of it, and little fucking Blue's Clues.
St. Joseph's baby aspirin if they have little headaches.
But the thing,
I get the day where he makes sure he doesn't have bad breath. Great.
But you don't feel awkward going over there. Like I didn't feel like the times I was like, hey man, I'm gonna come over and. He ordered food. It was completely not awkward. Like, it was comfortable. I was like, all right, he's just my friend. It's like he's just not a good inviter.
Actually, I'm a terrible inviter.
But you didn't feel like he was being phony.
Honestly, he's a bad inviter, but he's a very good host.
Yes.
I will.
He's a phenomenal
I will certainly say that.
Oh, well, thank
And Griswold, they're calling you. Christmas Vacation.
Yes.
You know, if you did the whole Christmas Vacation with the lights thing, that would cost you probably less than $2,600.
Oh, it would. I do a lot of Christmas lights.
I'm saying Christmas Vacation.
If
where
I went
it's
like
just
crazy
over the
like
top.
that. You know what it is? Like I was saying, I average probably 90 degrees, the pool water, because sometimes it gets up to 93, and then sometimes it creeps down to like 88. But I average about 90.
That's why you should keep your pool open until at least November or December.
But no, because that's crazy, because now to try to heat it in that kind of weather is very hard for what they call a heat pump, which is what I use to heat my pool.
Yeah.
And you can't draw that kind of heat out of cold air like that. So it would be crazy to keep it open.
$2,600.
$2,600. The pool heater.
What's your average bill? That's
usually,
your high. What's your low? What's your lowest month?
My low is probably something like 280, just short of 3 bills.
So what are you paying on the average, would you guess? See, I don't know this stuff either.
I don't know. This is the first year I've had a pool electric pool heater.
Dude.
That is the thing that's sucking it dry.
I don't even know what my electric bill was last month.
Really?
I don't either.
It might be big.
Look,
might be $2,600.
I'm wearing my Woodstock shirt today.
Man.
The 40th anniversary. I'm that type of guy. Man. I don't pay attention to that stuff. Man.
I'm keeping people working at the electric company.
Wow, dude.
See? I'm making jobs.
Holy shit, Obama wants to shut you down.
That water is fantastic. I got to tell you something. A lot of people go, hey, why were you crazy? That's it. Once you get in, you're just like, it's not hot. You don't feel hot. What you do is it's neutral. You feel like you're walking into just a neutral temperature liquid, and then when you get out, or you're sticking out above, or you lay on one of the mats and float around, the little breeze that hits you, oh, it's so nice and cool and everything. And
you don't get out and shiver. That way. You get out and it's comfortable.
But on a hot summer day, I mean, we're going to be in the 90s this weekend. I like jumping in a colder pool.
You are.
I'm not
completely
talking like
refreshed.
What's the average pool temperature for real? Why don't you look that up? I want to see how much higher Anthony is than the average
pool. Between 75 and 80 degrees.
I would guess you're about right.
Is the normal, like, regular person.
And there's something about that when it's fucking hot as balls and you jump in a pool.
It stinks.
It sucks for the first couple seconds, then you feel really refreshed.
Hate it. Okay. I don't like where my balls fucking curl up into my intestines. Well, and you can't get past the nipple point. Well, and then you finally get past the nipple point. Now your shoulders, you got to get that under, and you're cold. I like
Yeah, but the problem is
jumping right in the fucking pool.
The problem is with the warm water, your balls are playing. They're bungeeing all the way down to the bottom of the pool.
No, you have to wear swim trunks with support.
A lot of support. You don't want to stretch those fucking ballies too far.
No, it's wonderful. I like that, and I know it's only for the summer.
And you think August might be higher?
August will probably be higher because we're already. I know we're already well through August.
You know, most people.
And I've used the pool heater has been on more than it has all through July. So
I suggest a little charity thing. The average person, their electric bill is way less than $100.
Yeah,
you could pay the electric bill for 200 to 300 people.
And what am I going to do?
You have to turn everything off for a month.
Turn everything off for a month? Blow me. I am never doing that. Also, the air conditioner takes up a lot. Also, the lighting for the Live from the Compound shows take up a lot. It's a blast furnace down there.
Jesus.
Yeah. There's keg refrigerators. Let me think. The humidifier or the humidifier cooler for the wine.
Well, what about the refrigeration?
For the keg coolers.
I'm talking about for the wine cellar.
Oh,
also.
Yeah, the wine cellar refrigeration.
That's just running nonstop.
Oh my God, it's a catastrophe.
My place is shit compared to you.
I spend like I'm rich.
I have a nice place, but I don't have those fucking luxuries.
I like amenities.
I'm squeezed into a 10-room fucking condo here in Manhattan. No. Actually, only a few rooms.
A flat. Is there a red neon sign that blinks out your window? Hotel.
Yeah, right.
And then you hear the L train even though there isn't one.
Be careful. Every time you take a vacation, you get pulled from a market. That's Trash Master. Well, we don't have any other markets to lose. Thank God.
Thank goodness.
Let me say hi to Psycho Bob. Psycho Bob.
Good morning, fellas.
Hey,
Good
Psycho.
morning.
Hey, just wanted to go back to what you were talking about at the start of the show. I think you got to look at the positive side of things.
Yeah.
Anthony's got Castle Kumia. Opie, you got a brand new marriage and you're doing well. And Jimmy's got more than enough money to pay for trannies. What could be better? Punching out.
Jimmy would have more than enough money to pay for trannies, if not for certain things. I don't pay for trannies anyway.
No. They come
friends.
over.
They're just friends.
Now they're just out of the kindness of their heart.
My bill was $43.
$43 electric bill?
Does Ant's electric bill include the heated pool?
Of course it does. That's
sort of.
the biggest thing.
Because you got the propane you've got to pay for.
Well,
too.
yeah, but I'll tell you something. The propane is lasting like the whole summer. It's barely being used.
Anthony, they're suggesting you do a YouTube video of your electrical meter.
It's digital. I would have liked to have seen it with the little spinny thing, but they probably had to replace it because it probably sounded like a locomotive.
How would the spinny thing go flying round and round?
Oh yeah, the spinny thing would be going crazy. But
it'd break a spring or something.
Yeah, it's digital now.
Why don't you get someone suggesting solar cells for the roof?
They're an eyesore. They're an eyesore.
Not really.
Yes, they are. Those big, stupid solar panels. Fuck that. I got nice shingles on my roof. Why am I going to put those goddamn things on my roof?
They're probably using the spinny thing for your electric as a fan in the office.
That old gag. That's amazing. That is really amazing. Ant's wheel on his electric meter was mistaken for a UFO. That's
yes,
James,
it would
Virginia.
take off. I don't want solar cells mucking up the looks of the lines of my house.
No,
look at that.
You put it on the back roof.
Shite.
You put it on the back roof.
I don't think that looks bad at all. I like that.
But I'm in the back.
You're screaming.
That's where everybody hangs out.
That looks kind of modern. I kind of like that.
I don't mind the solar cells either, but the thing is, how do you stop them from, like, if you want to just have darkness during the day, that's kind of, and
what?
You can't stop the light from coming in if you want to cover them.
Oh my God! Watch it.
Wait, are you being serious?
100%. They're on your roof. They're solar cells, right?
Yeah.
Does that?
They're not.
Oh, they're not windows into your.
No.
Oh, I thought that's how.
I don't mean to laugh.
No, you
Jimmy.
can.
I mean to laugh.
Yeah. I swear to God.
Jimmy never. You barely fuck up.
They turn sunlight
barely
into
fuck
electricity.
Yes, I know they do.
Yeah.
But I thought one of the.
You thought they were like
heated, like almost not magnifying glasses in the sense that they magnify anything. But I thought that was the main principle, is that the sun coming through. I didn't know how they worked.
Oh,
No, they just like kind of...
It changes the sun's energy, light, photons.
Oh, they don't go right through your roof? I'm so stupid. I swear to God, I thought that your roof was looked like you could see into your house.
No! He goes, that, you could never turn off the lights.
That is classic, James.
I'm not kidding. I really thought that.
First, the banana farm where the bananas grow out of the ground, and now the solar panels that are just fucking windows into your house.
I really thought they were.
I think Jimmy's sleepy this week.
No,
He's too busy preparing for that big gig with Jay Leno.
When I was younger,
I've never seen so many ha-ha Jimmys.
I swear to God, when I was a kid, my friend John Roswick lived down the street, and his family had like almost like a small window in the roof. It kind of shone down to the
skylight.
That's what it was. But I always thought that's what a solar panel was.
Oh, no.
Like the heat would filter through there and somehow be trapped in the house.
There are a few ways to heat your house with solar or heat your pool or anything with solar. One is skylights. If you have the sun at a certain angle to your house, you can put skylights in, and the sun shining through it makes it like a greenhouse effect with lights, with light coming through. Another way is a black background with piping going through it. That water is circulated through. The black absorbs the heat. It makes the water hot, and that could run your hot water or a pool heater, things like that. And then the other way is electric, which is solar panels that turn sunlight photons into electricity.
How do they do that?
And it's an amazing thing that uses silicon, basically just sand from like the beach. And they turn that into a little plate that when sunlight hits it or any kind of light hits it, the photons from the actual light are transformed into electricity, which then you could store in a battery or use
so we
to
have
light
this
your
ability.
House. Yeah.
Yeah.
Take the sun and sand.
Yeah, but we just don't pay attention
But
to
we
it.
don't. Why don't we use it all the time?
Yeah, it's being used a lot. It really is being used a lot.
Why, but no. Why do we use nothing but that?
Nothing but that.
It would collapse the economy.
What's the issue?
They can't really figure out.
I think the issue is space per voltage. Like you would need a real lot of fucking solar panels to make enough energy to make up for what we use in coal and
we don't even,
nuclear and shit like that.
We don't even come close to using it.
We could.
But the technology's been there. I mean, it's pretty much, what satellites use. They use nuclear now, too, a little bit.
Is it just not at a place where it's very convenient to have portable and stuff like that?
No, they have portable, and as a matter of fact, if you look at a lot of these...
What are we doing then?
If you look at... Drive around, you'll see some things like those emergency police phones and things like that on the side of the highway, and you'll see an angled black piece of metal above the box. That's a solar panel that uses just solar energy to charge a battery that runs that utility, whether it's a light or a phone or something like that.
We use it here and there.
We use it here and there. We just don't use it for...
We should be using it everywhere.
Consumption.
Yeah.
They do have a few of them out in the desert. They use and keeping them clean is a problem too. In areas where you get a lot of sunlight, it's going to be pretty arid, and they would get very dusty.
But let me ask you, through clouds,
hire people just to dust
clouds. That's another problem.
Clouds screw them up.
Clouds, you don't get as much voltage with less light, so you usually have some kind of capacitor or battery system that it charges,
stores it, right?
Stores it, okay. and then. But if you
don't need sunlight.
You're going a while without the sun.
You don't need. Yeah.
Alaska, there'd be a big bust, but everywhere else they pretty much work.
Yeah, 6 months out of the year.
Basically, you would get enough sun to keep those things going, even if you had a bunch.
We should
of
use them a lot more.
Days. Of course.
Well, we should. A lot of proponents are saying that we should do that.
Who's saying
power.
No?
But the problem is
the gas company.
Yes. Fucking, I just hate everybody.
No, but that
Mr. Cole, Ted Cole.
Cole's very good. I see it in my stocking when I mess in my underpants.
But you can't just blow off one industry for a new industry. It has to be a slow fade into the new.
But this isn't even
new technology. I understand.
This has been around for so fucking long.
I understand that.
The sun,
the sun.
It's time to pump it up a little bit, but the problem is you can't just say goodbye to one industry and say this is the new industry, because that'll fuck up the economy too.
Yeah.
It's a very sensitive environment there.
Yeah,
very fragile environment, that economy.
Yeah. You gotta slowly change things around.
That's why they're saving the car companies.
Yep.
We should just let them go away and
see what comes up in their place.
Exactly, but we can't afford that hit.
Wind power is taking off
Dude,
more than solar
you've seen
panel
the
right
wind
now.
fields and or the
everywhere.
what do they call the holy shit, I can't think.
What, the big windmills?
The windmill, but the field of them when you're out west.
Yeah,
holy
you see them there.
Shit.
How about the ones in Atlantic City? When you're driving into Atlantic City, you see those
a few
giant wind turbines.
Yeah, but out west, I don't know. It's somewhere, I think, between Arizona and L.A., because I did that ride, and it goes for miles and miles.
That's where there's some motherfucker
and the windmills are
wind.
just planted like it's like a crop.
Yeah.
These huge,
They're
and how high are they?
The wind. Oh, my God. They
look like they're about 100
10,
feet
20 feet high.
They look like they're at least 100 feet high, each individual one, and there's just hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of them as you're driving. I forgot what highway. That's all you see for almost an hour of driving.
Yeah, that's
an hour. You see this.
Wow, where's that in the Midwest?
Somewhere between, I believe, like I said, Arizona and L.A.
It's gotta be somewhere windy.
Now, are they? Yeah, exactly. Are they just being used for one area, or are they kind of going into a grid that's being used in a lot of areas?
I don't know.
It depends. A lot of if you're a private owner of a windmill, you can sell the electricity back that you don't use to the utility company because it's got to be piped into the grid.
I want to build a windmill in my apartment and blow on it.
There are a couple of people trying to get them put on top of some buildings in New York.
Who's saying
to
no?
Power certain things.
Well, it would look ugly, Jimmy.
Yeah, they don't want a bunch of windmills on top of buildings.
Why not? We got smokestacks.
But I think one of them actually got an okay to do it because it's going to be aesthetically correct.
The problem with this city, you got old school New Yorkers that think this place is meaningful. New York City's a shithole. You fucking come here, make as much fucking money as humanly possible.
Pay as much money to be here.
Right, and then get the fuck out and have a nice life somewhere else. But there's actually old school New Yorkers that look at how beautiful New York is, and we have to save this old building, and we can't have windmills on top of the buildings, and we have to do this and that. It's like, shut up.
No.
I think
be a tick to this city. That's what it is.
Right.
Suck as much out of it as you can and then fucking leave.
Wherever you go, it's all about making money in this city. People just are looking for money, 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 money.
Yep.
You don't make real relationships.
I
you
love
use
this
this place and make as much money as possible and then you get the fuck out.
But put windmills up. Like, why don't we just stop
That ain't
making
happening.
shallow fucking jizz buckets?
Well, how many, and where? And there's a lot of people that don't want a
Every 8
shitload of
feet.
fucking wind. Every 8 feet. A lot of people don't want windmills in their fucking, line of sight.
Dude, they built
Too bad.
it's the old school New Yorkers. You know that building in our neighborhood up a couple blocks?
Yeah.
That's a brand new building. They protested that building going up for months. Every weekend they're out there. We can't have a new building.
They wanted their views to be preserved.
They just wanted New York to be preserved. They don't understand that you got the new buildings that actually make your neighborhood look really fucking nice.
And meanwhile, how do you think the American Indians felt, you fucking shitheads, when your buildings were going up?
Yeah, no
You
kidding.
think they were happy in 1920 when your building was going up? Fuck you.
No kidding.
Assholes. Like they're the real New Yorkers, and anyone else moving into a big glass building is a fake. Shut up.
Exactly. But
Stop it.
But they're out there.
Paying taxes too, you fucking pricks.
They're out there trying to preserve the old New York. I understand you got to save some of the stuff, but
I'm not saying
most
get
of the
rid of
buildings
stuff.
are just, who gives a shit? Knock them
it's a
down
building.
and put something nicer up.
To place people's shit.
This whole city is a place where people shit. Don't you understand that yet?
Save the Empire State Building. Save the Chrysler Building. Save the Museum of Natural History. Certain cobblestone roads. All right, fine.
Right.
But
Oh no, it's every building now. I mean, there's a whole network of people. They all are on the internet, and they go out and protest all the time.
Preserve New
There
York.
seems to be a couple of people that I was looking at that have some information on solar panels and why they're not very economical.
Oh, okay.
Like Josh in Michigan, I believe.
Sounds like a real dope to me, Aunt.
Hey, Josh.
Morning, fellas.
Oh, Josh.
Hello. What's your take on this solar panel?
I had a $1,000 electric bill a couple of months ago, and it floored me. So I did a little research on solar panels, and the one website I found said it takes 100 square feet to produce 1 kilowatt hour.
Wow.
What's a kilowatt hour now? What is that? And what's that mean?
To be honest, I have no idea.
Yeah, what's a kilowatt hour?
That's
You should
1
know this.
kilowatt for an hour.
So what is that, like running an iPhone?
No. What would that be? Let me think.
What could a kilowatt hour do?
I don't.
Kilowatt.
I don't know.
How many
be.
how many kilowatt hours does it take to say
I'm trying to think
run a
of-
juicer?
I'm trying to think of how many light bulbs that is, to tell you the truth.
My house, I think, used like 16 kilowatt hours for that month.
Oh, your house used 16 kilowatt hours for a month?
But how many rooms does your house have?
Oh, 7, 8.
All right, so he's got... all right, Ann. So
it's 1,000 watts for 1 hour? All right, so if you have a 1,000 watt light bulb and you run it for an hour, that's 1 kilowatt hour.
But all right, a light bulb is about 100 watts.
I know.
So no, but I'm just saying. So that's
hours.
like it's 10 light bulbs.
10 light bulbs, or 1 light bulb for 10 hours.
No.
Yeah.
100 watt light bulb for 10 hours. That's what 100 square feet. So 10 foot by 10 foot section of solar panel will run your 1 light bulb
for 10 hours.
For 10 hours.
Is that about right?
On a nice sunny day.
It just doesn't. So what happens is it takes too much space and too much effort to focus. Like you can't just take something, say, the size of a coffee table and run your house for a week.
Right.
Yes.
Our priorities are all fucked up because I mean our cell phones went from this
big bricks
to nothing because we figured out how to get the batteries down to a tiny little size. But the solar panels, fuck that. That's
and they've
not
had
important
solar
enough.
panels since the beginning of like space exploration.
Right.
They were like, oh, how are we going to power our thing? Hey, we'll come up with solar panels.
Right.
So they've been around since like the fucking. I don't even know how long they've been around.
What do you mean? I thought they had a big cord from the space station.
Giant cord,
Yeah.
an extension cord. And some guys just got to keep plugging it in and letting some more out.
Yeah, because Maury keeps kicking it out down at NASA. Clumsy Maury.
He's an idiot.
He's cuts clubfoot like Dudley Moore.
They hate him down there.
Of course they do.
So Josh, you don't like your solar panels?
No, they're just, it takes too much. They are ugly. They're hideous looking.
All right. Well, well, that's why we have to go to Bob because he says that they revolutionized the solar panels, so you can hardly see them now. Is that true, Bob?
Really?
Yeah, they sort of made it very flexible, almost like a film, to where they like roll up like wallpaper, and you can mold them to any type of contour and surface. So you can line them like for every square footage of your roof space. You're not limited just to like the size of the panels themselves.
I think more and more people are at least looking into this technology. What about thermite paint? Can you use that to heat your house?
I'm going to try to heat my house with thermite paint. Shut it.
Were you there? Were you there?
I was a Navy SEAL.
You have to sleep sometime.
Although I did like him a lot the last time we had him in. He was fun.
Dude, I don't mind him at all.
I don't care. Come on in, spout your bullshit.
It's amazing that
he
became
lunatic.
a governor.
I don't got time to bleed.
They're rewarding bad behavior. They reward good behavior. Right, psycho.
I can listen to him every day, and I can listen to Uncle Ted every day.
Uncle Ted.
Why haven't we had Uncle Ted on the show
I don't know
lately?
why we haven't had Uncle Ted.
Uncle
I like
Ted.
to buy bullets. I like to buy guns. I like to shoot things. I'm Uncle Ted Sheckler.
No, you're Uncle Ted Sheckler.
I certainly am.
That's crazy.
I'm Uncle Theodore.
Uncle Theodore.
Jesse not so Sharpton. Wait.
No,
That's tough to do. He's smart.
Let me say hi to Spencer in Texas. The great state of Texas checking in. Spencer?
Good morning, boys. How y'all doing today?
How's Texas?
Hey, y'all talking about those wind farms earlier. One of the largest wind farms in the U.S. is in West Texas. There's 1,300 windmills. They're about 200 feet high, and the problem with those is they generate so much electricity that there is a housing problem with electricity. They make so much that they have problems storing it. So they created these big generator systems, and they're actually selling electricity all over the eastern seaboard, all the way from Texas. That's,
So
wait.
It generates so much power that they have a problem storing it.
Storing it, yes. So
Yeah, there is
right now they're in the process of building power lines from Texas all the way up to New York, Philadelphia, all over the East Coast, because they can't store it all out there right now.
Why can't they just pop it onto the grid directly?
Because it's such a desolate area out there. There's nowhere to
Well, they should have thought of that before they fucking popped them all up there.
No kidding.
Yeah, we do have a problem storing electricity. It's very hard to economically store electricity because you just lose it.
So why don't you get a bunch of brains together and figure that out?
Yeah, they should.
We figure out shit in this country.
That seems to be the problem with solar panels and things like that is the actual storing of it.
Right.
When the clouds come and you've stored enough electricity and you start running on battery power, you're going to lose a lot of that.
It seems like we got the next technology. It's just one of these that we just got to kind of hone it and figure it all out.
Yeah.
And who cares if it looks ugly? Half the country looks ugly already.
Just put it somewhere where people don't care if it looks ugly and then run some fucking lines there.
Speaking of not caring about ugly, you know that like the phone towers are a big thing? Like there's places where they refuse to have, the phone towers.
Cellular cell towers?
Cell towers, because, the neighborhood, man.
Yep.
And it's usually a lot of rich fucks, and they don't want those towers in their neighborhood.
Yep.
So then they figured out, let's make you had to have seen these by now. They figured out to make the towers look like trees.
Look like trees.
But they're the worst looking trees ever. Like when you get an artist and go, all right, look, artist. This is the problem. We need a cell tower that looks like a tree so the locals don't notice that it's a cell tower. Help me out.
And it's probably got to, stand up to the weather.
Yeah.
And stuff, so.
I was driving north of the city 2 days ago, and they're, what fucking road was I on? Whatever, the Hutch or something. And they have these cell towers that are supposed to look like trees. They look ridiculous. They look worse than actually if you were looking at a cell tower.
Yeah.
Like.
That's what happened when I went hiking and got lost. There were no cell towers because people would not allow cell towers to be put on certain mountaintops.
Yeah, because they think their area is important.
I got no signal.
Yeah.
So I'm sitting there, trapped in the woods without a cell phone. That's when I bought my satellite phone.
Every winter I escape to the woods of Connecticut. There's some really, really nice towns in these faraway places in Connecticut. Problem is, though, it's the year 2009, and you can't, like you just said, you can't use your cell phone. And I'm not camping. I'm not in the woods. I'm in, like, civilization. But the locals just don't want the ugly cell tower. So they would rather sacrifice the use of a cell phone to live in these areas.
I don't go anywhere where I can't get a cell signal without the satellite phone now. Got to take it with you. If you're going to be somewhere without a signal, in the middle of the woods, or if you're traveling somewhere that takes you over wacky fucking places where if your plane crashes.
Right.
Oh, my God. I'm calling. Hello.
Help me.
Help me. I'm alive out here.
Danny just had a picture of one of the cell towers that look like.
Oh, they look like. Look at that.
Look how stupid it looks. It looks like one of those fake Christmas trees.
Fake Christmas tree
that you get. Like
it's a big regular tower, but they just stuck branches, pine-looking branches into it.
It's a very good idea, but get somebody that knows what a tree looks like to help you out.
It doesn't fit the surrounding trees at all.
No, it's like.
It looks better though than fucking,
honestly, when you see them, they don't look better.
They look terrible.
They stand out. They look ridiculous.
I think they should wrap tinfoil around them so they look like big tinfoil men.
Tinfoil men.
He runs away.
Make them into big dildos or something.
I would love that.
Just something that makes you chuckle. Where else?
By the way, when we're done with this, before I forget, just put on the table
you can't.
The disgusting Daily News.
What do they do?
Once again, refuses to mention race when it's black on white.
Of course.
Yeah, we'll do that after.
It makes me fucking sick, this paper.
And we have an update on Dominic Barbara.
Oh, yeah.
Wait till you hear the latest.
With his
Wait till you hear the latest on that one. Thanks to people like Ant, they are running lines through my backyard to power his house. Is that true?
Well...
Hold on. Let me go to Todd in West Virginia. Todd.
Hey, gentlemen. Good morning.
Buddy.
Yes.
Hello.
Anthony, I'd like to thank you.
Yeah.
Us here in the eastern panhandle of West Virginia are getting these big-ass power lines ran through our backyards and farms and everything. And the best thing about it is we're not even going to take advantage of the added capacity. It's all supporting New York, Maryland.
That's it.
New Jersey. So, thank you, my friend.
No problem. It's 2009.
That's right.
Juice it up. Flip the switch.
That's right. 2012 is right around the corner. Who gives a shit?
I want you to hear a buzzing 24 hours a day and have 3-headed children.
Are you scared?
Yeah, and become sterile.
Are you scared of the year 2012?
2012. That's supposed to be the end of the world date,
according to the Mayans. That's the latest end of the world date.
Yeah, well, the Mayans had a great civilization. Where are they now?
Well,
show me one Mayan.
Let's go to Colorado. Colorado, you're next on the Opie and Anthony Show.
Yes. Good evening.
Hello.
Good evening, sir.
Jimmy, I just have a question for you. Would you rather have solar electricity or food on your table?
Well, that's a very challenging observation, sir.
Well, I'll tell you what. In the
Let me answer.
Hold on, and I'm going to challenge what this guy has to say. Go ahead, Colorado.
I want to say what I'd rather have on my table.
Yeah, go ahead, Jimmy.
A hat and a pepper shaker.
Well, I'll tell you what's happened here in Colorado is in south central Colorado, they took over an old 85-acre potato farm and turned it into a solar power plant that generates less than 1/100th of the power used in the city of Alamosa, which is a city with a population of under 5,000.
That sounds like a pretty shitty move.
Well, yeah, kind of. Now, here's the other thing. The county, or two counties, annexed 15,000 acres of potato farms in that area. They're going to initially build a 10,000-acre solar facility that will provide power for this entire valley with an option for 5,000 acres more. But like I said, there went a whole bunch of farms in that area. So, and the other thing is to keep in mind, the liberals want solar power. There was just an opportunity to build a 500,000-acre solar facility in the desert of California that would provide power for a large portion of California. But Nancy Pelosi and Dianne Feinstein didn't want it built because it would endanger the desert tortoise.
The desert tortoise. That's what Pelosi looks like. That piece of shit. I can't stand her.
Well,
so, just some things to keep in mind. And the wind power is great as long as you don't mind killing birds, because that's the problem they have with wind farms.
Who cares about birds?
How many fucking birds do you really need?
Birds.
For real.
In some areas, it's actually killing endangered species.
Who cares? Endangered species.
Well, if the dumb bird can't figure out that he shouldn't be flying through a windmill farm, do we really need him around?
The windmills turn too fast. The birds can't see the blades. And the other thing is, too, with these windmill farms, if the wind is above 30 miles an hour, the windmills have to shut off.
Yeah,
true. They'll actually burn their motors up if they go too fast.
Wow.
That is true. They do.
Well, you know a lot about this. Thank you, sir.
No problem.
The only thing I was going to say is there's a lot of farmers out there that aren't making money off their land anymore, so I would see where they would like this option.
Yeah. Yeah, fuck the potatoes. Fuck the potatoes.
Potatoes. I don't say potatoes anymore.
I'm just going to say, fuck the potatoes. Let's put some windmills up.
There are roof shingle solar panels now. Mass was supposed to convert to all windmill power, but got turned down because it would ruin their view of the ocean. Oh, yeah, I remember that. And the windmills were supposed to be way offshore.
Yeah.
Way off.
Way off.
We don't want a certain kind of power that's better because we want to look at water.
Dude,
we really are a bunch of dumb motherfuckers.
We do. As human beings, the solutions are right in front of our face, but we will just fuck it up.
We want to look at water. We're not staring into the toilet.
We will just fuck it up in the end.
Yeah, we always do.
It's great. Oh, let's go to Josh in Arizona. Josh.
Hey there, Josh.
Good morning, fellas. How are you?
Hello, Josh.
Hey, I was just going to talk to you guys about the cell phone towers. You're talking about trees. Well, down here in Tucson, Arizona, they make the cell phone towers look like huge saguaro cactuses.
Do they
believe that?
Do they look like...
No, they look pretty good, too. It's amazing. Like, you drive down the street, you see this huge cactus you would never know, but they pull off the top, and it's a cell phone tower.
So they look good.
Yeah, they look great.
Because up here in the Northeast, the tree tower thing they're using looks ridiculous.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think what they should do is put little blue circles on it and tell everybody it's a giant blueberry bush.
Hey,
Hang little balloons
come
off
down
it.
to Tucson and do a show.
I would love to, actually.
Have you ever done Tucson?
I've done Phoenix twice with Dice, like years ago. I never did it since I've been doing radio. I've not done Arizona at all.
Phoenix gets all the good stuff. We're the bastard child.
I would like to go to Tucson.
Go to
actually.
Tucson, Jimmy. What are you waiting for?
I would.
Book it right now.
I would have
That
taxes.
cactus looks silly. It's like robo-cactus.
Well, because they got the top off right now.
Yeah.
That does look a lot better.
Pretty cool.
Yeah, imagine hugging it.
Is this guy true? Is he? Did he do the calculations? Am I actually using?
Yeah, we're going there. That's
wow.
That's Lee in New York. Just stay there. You're one away from Lee, but there was one more.
Oh, Lee.
Yeah, the cell phone industry guy.
Yes.
Neil in New Hampshire.
Yeah, morning, boys.
Hey.
Happy birthday, Jimmy.
Thank you, Neil.
Hey, yeah, those ugly ass pine, they're called monopines in the industry.
What, the ugly trees?
Yeah, they got one up there on the Hutch in the 684 split, probably the one you were seeing there.
Oh yeah. I've seen that one.
Yeah, what?
They're a motherfucker to put up too, and they're just ugly.
Why can't you guys figure out something that looks better, and then maybe these snooty towns won't mind having a cell tower?
Boy, they're working on it. Like the guy said from Arizona, they got cactuses now that the antennas are surrounded by RF transparent material.
Right.
And they do a really good job. I mean, you can put them in a church steeple, take the whole steeple out, and replace it with this RF transparent material, and you'd never know the difference.
Yeah, the people are a little edgy about that one. I heard one church wanted to do that, and then the parishioners were like, we don't know what the cell towers do to people.
Oh, that's a good point.
Oh, yeah. We run into that. We're doing a build-out right now in Manhattan and doing a lot of rooftop sites. And, boy, the stuff you hear about cancer, this, that, and the other. And
Cancer? You should only get cancer.
Yeah, they don't realize that everything you touch in your house, the electric, is putting off more RF energy than the cell towers are.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, as you stand with your face against the microwave oven, just seeing if your food is cooking.
All right, sir.
Yeah. Have a good one, boys.
Thank you. And finally, this is somebody did some math on Ant. So wait,
this can't possibly be true.
A lot of people joining us. Ant started the energy discussion by saying that his electric bill for the month of June,
new record,
was $2,600.
$2,600,
and that's just electric.
The month of July
for the electric, not electric and gas.
Yes, just electricity.
So Lee kind of did some math for you. Lee.
Yeah.
Hey, Lee.
Hey, what's up?
Hi.
If you take, I just went through this with my electric company. They're like ripping me off. I'm paying $450, and that's an insane amount. So what you're paying is crazy. But if you take your amount of watts you use times 0.19 divided by 1,000, that's how much you're paying an hour. So I reverse calculated that, and it works out to about 12,100,000 watts you're using.
So I'm using 12 million watts a month.
12,100,000.
Yeah, let's not blow off the 100,000. That's big too. 12.1 million watts.
12.1 million watts.
Nope. I'm not
Jesus.
sure. I don't know how many watts make a gigawatt, but that might be 1.21 gigawatts.
I know, that's 1.2.
How many watts does it take to fire up like a stadium for a sporting event? I want to see if it's comparable.
That's
40?
a lot of wattage. That's a lot of wattage, I think.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Well, I don't know.
I don't think I'm putting off as much as Citi Field or anything.
No, but
probably winning more games.
Yeah, ugh, the Mets.
All right.
Well, they won
Leave
last
my
night.
Mets alone.
Now they're only
fucking 9 games under 500, something like that.
Yankees won.
Yeah, I know. Best team in baseball.
So the Sox, though.
Yeah, whatever.
Goddamn bastards.
No, what I want to know is like how much it costs to fire up Citi Field or Yankee Stadium, and then we use how much you just spent,
and how long
in
I could
wattage.
power it.
Yeah, could you power up an inning of baseball?
How long could my monthly bill power Citi Field's lighting?
If anybody out there wants
for
to
a night game,
take on that problem, that would be awesome.
Yeah,
and let us know what you come up with.